In today's second part of building a freestall barn, a few things we'd like to talk about are the floors and some of the angles that you need to get in the floors. So we've done all of it ourselves on farm. You can see here we've managed to make a floor with the grip that we think is good for cows. It's nice and flat, but has an edge so that if cows slip, they've got something to catch onto. This triangle type shape here is something that we've seen in a lot of other sheds, so we basically just copied that. It's about the grip, the gap in between is about 10 mils wide and about 5 mils deep. 5 to 10 mils deep. We haven't got it as consistent as we would have liked it, but we seem to be getting better at it. What we found is you want to make your concrete mixture with fairly fine river sand, not really coarse, otherwise you don't get the nice straight edges. And we then, if we cast in the morning, about 6 hours later, we then come with this stamper that's made of a 10 by 10 square bar. It's actually quite heavy. We then stamp it down. Two guys on either side, lift it, press it in, and we've drilled little holes on the top here, and we then bang it to get all the air out and to get it to settle as close to the surface of the concrete as possible to give us this shape. In this shed, we're going to be having an automatic scraper, so we had the added challenge of making this groove which the automatic scraper, which will be pulled by a cable, is going to run in. We chose to put a very small, probably about a 1% slope going towards the center, so that it'll automatically be draining or any liquids into this, which will then take them down to the end. So hopefully we're going to have a drier surface all the time. So one of the other slopes you have to get right is the slope for putting the mattresses on. You still have to make good sturdy concrete, but it doesn't need the reinforcing steel like we used in the floors. But we still go for, I think recommended is 100, we've gone slightly shorter at 75 mils, and with not as strong a mix as the floors, which actually helps to get the screws in which hold the mats. But what I wanted to show here is the slope. So it's actually 10 centimeters different slope from here to the top of where the beds lie. We actually cast this edge first, and then another we have a shattering here, and we cast that floor off, leaving the middle as soil. We then dig all the holes for the steel posts, and we actually weld square bar, in fact square tubing, onto the structure to help us align all these posts. While the concrete's still wet, we have all these we put on the plastic railings so that we can see if anything's out of line. Remembering you have to have them in line. If this post is slightly to that side, it'll lift the other side, and if it's slightly twisted, your beds won't be the right width. So all those different directions have to be correct. Once we've got those and that concrete is set, they're about 50 centimeters into the ground. We then just do a scree of probably 50 mils of concrete over the top, just so that this area in between the mattresses will be easy to clean.